play similar to what Tyrone Mings played on Saturday, that would be a great full-back pairing. The other one, Cole Skews.
Play about to get underway, right on cue. You probably heard the referee's whistle in the background there. Christopher Sargenson from Staffordshire. First time he's been in charge of an Ipswich Town match. He gets proceedings underway. Berra with a header backwards. A mistake there. Cleared away though by Parr behind Ipswich Town, but it's with Stockdale in the D off to our right-hand side. 3 goalless minutes gone. Slight miss descending on Portman Road as the shaven-headed Bruno heads the ball into the Ipswich Town box. It's given back to his goalkeeper by Chambers. Poor pass out by Gherkin. He's asked a lot of Parr. Parr gets there in the end and lifts it over halfway. McGoldrick with a header to the right. The idea was right. There's just too much on it around the right wing. Brighton have a chance to maybe get the ball into the Ipswich Town box. It's Mikhail Smith on the right corner of the area. Good block by Tab. Got some praise from his manager yesterday at the pre-match press conference. Here come Brighton. Left-footed ball from the number 30, Bennett. Now it's Bruno, the full-back on the far side of the field. Plays it onto the chest of Mikhail Smith. Toe poked away square by Skews along the edge of his area. Luar shielded out away from Chambers over the halfway line. Plays a ball in field to McGoldrick in the centre of the Brighton half. Now turns and faces the goal. He's still a good 35 yards from it. He switches play to the left wing. It's Anderson in the crossing position. He comes in, plays it into the centre behind Murphy. Headed away by Ince. McGoldrick and Skews go for the same ball, and it's Skews' header bounces into the hands of Stockdale.
Yeah, when the Ipswich centre
at Brighton and Hove Albion. They're at 17th in the table, 7 points from their 6 games so far. Ipswich Town jumped up to 14th with 8 from 6 after the defeat of Ian Holloway's team at the weekend. Here's Forster Kasky. Infield to Luar. It's all down this near side, the Brighton left at the moment. Luar then passed it into the centre to Bruno. The right side of fullbacks drifted infield. To his right-hand side, he passes the ball. Now Bruno dinks it over the top. Baldock's made a run down the right channel outside the Ipswich Town area. Chambers gets the better of him and then passes it back to Gherkin. Left-footed, he sweeps it up to the centre of the park. Murphy with a header on his first touch of the game, I think that is, after 10.5 goalless minutes. He watched from set pieces off to our left in this first half. Skews takes a tumble. The referee had a little think about it. Then finally blows his whistle. Free kick to Ipswich.
Going up for it. Good opportunity just to get this ball between defenders and goalkeeper.
Anderson with a free kick for Ipswich Town. It's not bad, it's towards the far post in McGoldrick territory. It's headed up behind by Bruno.
Good defending, but it was exactly the right type of ball. You know, it's beaten the defenders, most of them anyway, not the last one, but it was a good ball in.
Tab with this corner kick for Ipswich Town, the first of the game inside the 15th minute. There's a shot from Mings, might get another bite at it. It's still alive inside the Brighton area. Finally they clear it away. And I was right, it was a shot rather than a header, which you might have been expecting from that corner kick. It just dropped down nicely at the number 3's left boot. A lot of bodies in the way. Town have a chance to rebuild on the halfway line with Anderson, who's been amongst the assists so far this season. He's done well, the number 11, who we heard from earlier on match day. Great ball from Bishop. It's warmly applauded, and rightly so. Mings plays the ball towards the far post. Anderson with a header down and past the far post. That was excellent play from Ipswich Town involving Bishop, Mings and then Paul Anderson, so close to the opening goal. Yeah,
it was a super move. Watched Teddy Bishop getting the ball. Immediately he could see Tyrone Mings. He's pinged a lovely ball out. It's not being done very smoothly. The only 2 players I feel are a real threat at the moment are Baldock and Luar when they get possession in those narrow attacking positions.
Brighton on halfway. There's no route forward from Holler. Bishop got in the way. Tab picks up the pieces for Town, then he gives it to Mings on the left-hand side. First time cross into the box. Anderson with the header wide again. Not known for scoring goals with his head, Paul Anderson, but that one was a bit closer than the one of a few moments ago. He's getting in some great positions.
Yeah, very, very good. That's a good move by the Town, even with Daryl Murphy, who was down.
Bennett with a thrown outside the Ipswich Town area for Bryce. He gets it to Luar tries to give it back to him. Cleared away off the shin pads of Parr for a second successive throw-in to the Seagulls. Forster Kasky throws the ball into Luar. He shoots from the edge of the box. It's deflected away by Chambers. Now Holler tries to pick his spot. Gherkin's behind it. It would have sneaked in on his left-hand post. He had to make the save. It was on target, the shot.
Yeah, Luar fought hard to get his shot away. And then when the ball was sort of...
Tab runs away from a couple of players and gives it back to Skews. Seen a fair bit of the ball in this first half, Cole Skews. 26 minutes of it have been played on BBC Radio Suffolk Sport. Our next commentary is on Monday night. Alex Matthew alongside me at Wigan for that rearranged game. McGoldrick to Murphy inside the box. The flag stays down. He chips it over the top of Stockdale. And sadly, over the roof of the net.
Very good chance, a little bit of a mix-up between Danny Holler, Lewis Dunk and Gordon Greer there. They just got a bit confused as to who should come and deal with the ball. We seized on the opportunity, and Danny Murphy is played.
Forster, Caskey and Holler standing over this Brighton free kick. It's the Dutchman Holler to dink it into the Ipswich town area towards Ince. Ince heads it down, then tries to keep the ball in place, managed it. Mikhail Smith, now there might be a shot for Greer. The captain turns it infield to Luar, and eventually his effort is deflected out wide for Brighton's first corner. Holler with Brighton's first corner kick. It's 0-0. It's played short to Baldock, then it's knocked in again, and it's headed up by Mings. He'll have to do the same again. The ball's still alive inside the Ipswich town area. It's bouncing around right of centre. Eventually Tab should be able to run it away from left back. He clears up to the halfway line, and Bruno has a chance to resume the attack. Instead he plays the ball square into the centre of the park, and Holler knocks one over the top. Surely there's too much on that. There is. Down below us. Parr runs into trouble, and Luar, who's now coming forward with the ball. This could be problematic for Ipswich. Luar's still got it. He's got to play a free edge of the area, and there's a shot which is well saved by Gherkin, and now he'll get a pat on the back and an apology from Jonathan Parr.
Good play by Luar. Good ball and a very, very good shot. He knew exactly what he was doing, but it was matched by very, very good goalkeeping by Dean Gherkin. Well, so that's 5. We probably will put a 6th one in there as good opportunity.
Anderson with Ipswich Town's second corner kick of the game by the tunnel. Right footed, it's deep towards Berra. He jumps. He appealed for a penalty, not given, but then Jay Tab is bundled to the floor, and that's a free kick to Town, a couple of yards outside the Brighton box. He's the sole contender for this free kick. 38 minutes played. The ball just a couple of yards outside the Brighton box, left of centre. Good opportunity this to break the deadlock. The number 10's paced back. Forward he comes right-footed, he hits it up, and just wide. 3 to Skews. Skews rolls it forward to the left side of Mings. One-on-one with Baldock back defending. Mings wants to take on the striker. He's done very well. He crosses. It's good work from the left back. Up goes Anderson again. It drops to McGoldrick, who brings it down inside the box. Lovely touch. McGoldrick's got it. Now outside the area. A little step over. Shapes to cross. Then tries to nutmeg his man. Dunn's promising young player. 21 years of age. Distantly related to Paul Ince. Corner kick to Brighton. 5 minutes gone in the second half. It's Holler by the tunnel. Plays it into the centre. It's dangerous. It's headed down. Great stop by Gherkin, preventing a certain goal on his line. He reacted really quickly, and yet again he keeps the scoreline at 0-0. But there's a Brighton player down inside the Ipswich Town box as Ince puts the ball in the back of the net for good measure, and this is worrying. Both Luke Chambers and the referee immediately call into the Brighton bench, saying that some medical assistance is required. More than an air shot from Baldock, so it's a throw-in that Mings will take. McGoldrick's there available. McGoldrick trying to run between a couple of orange-shirted players. He's done it. He's done very well. He's on the left wing. He holds off his man. He gives the ball to Mings with a chance to cross, and it comes dangerously. Hasn't been cleared just yet. It's headed outside the box by Dunk. Skews gets it back into the danger zone. Bishop with a nice turn. Then he gives it to Parr, who shoots left-footed. Appeals for a handball. The referee says nothing doing in the way of a penalty. It's a big appeal there from the blue shirts. Murphy on the right wing turns and crosses left-footed towards the far post. McGoldrick's there, but he's header possibly came off the back of his head forward, but onto the head or chest, whichever you like, of Bruno. He elects for the former and nods it down to Baldock. On halfway is Holler, who turns and tries to switch plays, trying to get Mikhail Smith in between a couple of players. He nods it down to Luar, who shoots another good save by Gherkin. Touch wood, he's having a very good night, the man in green.
Yes, he is.
Murphy to the left side, and Tab. Things are opening up. Roared on by the home crowd. Tab has it down the left wing. He'll give it to McGoldrick. He tries to dance himself away from Bruno and passes it infield to Bishop. Bishop 30 yards from goal. Back to McGoldrick. Nice play between the pair of them. McGoldrick might want to go it alone. He's still got the ball. Now Murphy back to goal in the D. He finds Anderson. Anderson shoots off the first defender. Dunk it runs to Luar. So Brighton can break. Almost basketball-like at the moment. To Fraser Richardson, Paul Green and Scott Loach could feature. You know, Paul Taylor either. Paul from Forster Caskey. Anderson shoots. Wide though from a good 25 yards. Hit it at the earliest opportunity. Gets it back in the centre circle. There's a bit of space to move forward. He rolls it up to Tab. Tab turns the ball on to McGoldrick. Rather took one for the team there, Tab. Brought down to his knees. Chance for Parr to cross the ball from outside the box. He leaves it to McGoldrick instead. There's a few players to aim for in the centre, and it comes towards Mings. Mings flicks it on, and it's touched round the corner by Stockdale. What a goal that would have been from Tyrone Mings. A fine bit of goalkeeping that kept the ball out from Stockdale.
Great work, David McGoldrick. What a lovely flick by Tyrone Mings. Keeper did really well.
Yard area. Holler to the right, and Bruno. 17.5 minutes played in the second half. 0-0 as Holler plays the ball up to Baldock. Nice layoff from Baldock. Forster-Caskey shoots. Skirkin had it covered, and it was wide. Back with a matchday preview on Friday night. John Walk's thoughts on what's gone on in the last couple of games here at Portman Road. Mikhail Smith and what you'll expect from Wigan on Monday. Mikhail Smith with a ball in, feels a player open. That was an awful finish from Holler. He scooped it up and over from 18 yards, and he should have done an awful lot better.
It was a good run, good supporting run. Mikhail Smith did well, and as soon as Mikhail Smith got his head up...
Side's having a real go at the moment. Bishop down the left side to McGoldrick. Everything to his right. Now Bishop comes up on his left-hand side to offer himself up as an option. McGoldrick's made a run. He's got away from a few players inside the box. Then he stabs it into the middle. Sadly, though, into the stomach of Stockdale. That was a great run by the town striker.
Yeah, it was a good run. He managed to move it
on the left wing, down below us. He hits the ball forward for Murphy, which Murphy will get onto. Well spotted and delivered that pass from McGoldrick. Now Mings inside the box. Right-footed, he shoots at the near post. Stockdale had to make that save. And again, it was a decent bit of goalkeeping. Both keepers have played well in this match.
Yeah, good snapshot from his right foot, Tyrone Mings, but more than the shot, it was the position he took up. Superb position to take up, just to support the play. The right position, because he got a shot in at goal.
Parr down the right wing to Murphy. Murphy wants to take on Dunk and get his cross, and it's deflected behind Hyam, sadly. Baldock with a poor touch. Mings with a little layoff to Henshaw, a chance to create inside the box. He gives it back to Mings by the dead ball line. He pulls it back brilliantly. Shot from Tab, and then it's knocked in. And it's the most unlikely of potential match winners. It's Jonathan Parr with his first goal for Ipswich Town. 11 minutes from the end of this match. 10 of the breakthrough. They lead Brighton 1-0.
Yeah, good time to score, and it was a mistake by Sammy Baldock. Of bad control, bad first touch, gave Town the possession. We've worked the ball down the right hand side. Ball's come in and down the left, and the ball's come in just nicely for Jonathan Parr. That's good play for him to get in that type of...
Henshaw wins it back. Mings then brings it down, then gets away from his man. He's had another really good game, Mings, trying to play the 1-2. Murphy trying to feed Mings. Oh, sadly didn't get the direction on the ball. Parr then closed down by Luar. Tab slips at an inopportune moment, but he's got the ball back. Then he tumbles to the ground. Intercepted by Henshaw. Brilliant defending from the young winger. Otherwise Bruno was in on goal and onside. Brighton rebuild. Got the ball with Forster-Caskey. Back it goes to Holler. Now Luar, 35 yards from goal. He's edging ever nearer. Might fancy a shot from distance. He does, but it's straight at Gherkin. Field, back to goal. Edge of the Ipswich area. Baldock goes down. Hyam then uses his considerable strength to hold it away from Forster-Caskey. Mings drops the shoulder and gets away from Teixeira. Now Murphy on a run. He's got still plenty to do. He shoots! Oh, brilliant goal! A super strike from Daryl Murphy to make absolutely certain that it's 6 points out of 6 from these two home games for Mick McCarthy's Ipswich Town. He hit it at the earliest opportunity. He caught out a very good goalkeeper in David Stockdale, and it found the far corner of the net, and Town lead Brighton 2-0.
Yeah, very speculative. It was a big long ball from Tyrone Mings. Took a slight deflection, the clearance, which enabled it to go over the top of Gordon Greer, and Daryl Murphy was...
10 seconds to go. Hyam has the ball on the centre spot. He gives it to Henshaw. Henshaw has Skews waiting and available inside the centre circle. And that's it. Full time. It's back-to-back wins for Ipswich Town for the first time this season. History repeats itself. A poor first month last year.